and thanks for tuning in to another awful movie review.
What's all the noise?
From the man who directed Killers from Space, or Phantom from Space, both of which are some of the worst 1950s science fiction flicks ever, the same year he was behind an even worse motion picture, The Snow Creature. As you may have guessed it, this is director Lee Wilder's take on the legend of the Yeti.
Let's hope they haven't been monkeying with it.
And this is not to be confused with the Hammer horror film, The Abominable Snow Man, because that would be an insult to the latter, as well as for every single person who worked on that cult classic. A very weakly produced, terrible looking piece of science fiction horror cinema, I'm telling you.
Well, I think I need a drink.
Yeah, you'll need more than that.
But before we get going, please like this video, subscribe, and request a bad movie in the comments. And please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is in the description down below. But first, a word from today's sponsor. If you're looking to watch short, action-packed, thrilling martial arts movies, then head over to deadlydimes.com and get 15% off your film purchase by using the promo code AWFULMOVIES15. And you'll even get an extra 20% discount if you subscribe to deadlydimes.com. So go over, you won't regret it.
That goes for everybody.
This stars actor Paul Langdon, who was no stranger to science fiction, having parts in other sci-fi films like The Cosmic Man, The Invisible Invaders, and the classic The Incredible Shrinking Man. The guy even appeared on The Twilight Zone, but here he has the dishonor of playing the lead role as a botanist on an expedition to study the plants of the Himalayas. I didn't even know there was such a thing, but apparently it's all real. Anyway, him and his botanist partner, along with their Sherpas, get more than what they bargained for on this trip.
Okay, suits me.
Because alongside collecting a few pieces of grass, they also get a visit from a tall, shadowy, and bearded man who seems to be wearing some sort of babushka handkerchief on its head. The expedition team soon goes on a thrilling hunting trip where they walk, talk, and sleep in search of the legendary Yeti. Oh look, Bronson Canyon is in the Himalayas now!
Oh, the newspapers and magazines have carried stories about it from time to time.
They are happy to seek refuge in a cave for the night until they discover it's also the Yeti's home. Somehow the snow creature gets all angry, starts to make his own cave crumble, and then he's crushed by all the rocks. Why did he do that? The scientists have the great idea of bringing this incredible discovery back to the United States. Gee, I don't see what could go wrong. I must just be paranoid. Nope, everything is under control. Our monster goes on a quick killing spree throughout the city. Oh no, a pair of legs.
What? How?
Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush any longer. We're scraping the bottom of the ocean floor here. I seeked out the highest quality version of this turd, and yet it still doesn't look very good, with the film specs looking kinda grainy and a few junk cuts which pop out of nowhere. The cinematography is unusually dark too, but not in a stylish way. I'm not sure this was a deliberate choice. A lot of scenes take place at nighttime, except I assume they couldn't afford lighting, so we're left with characters exploring, talking, and running around in the dark. It's very annoying and unpleasant to look at. Who wants to see a movie where everything is dark?
Right now, I'm going to forget it and go to bed.
And I don't think it's possible to review this abomination of a motion picture without mentioning the gold prize the botanist brought back to the United States with him. I went in to watch a monster movie, and monster movie I did not get. The Yeti is constantly in the shadows, or shown from far away. And that's not to build mystery or suspense or thrill. That's because they didn't have a convincing enough costume, that's all. Even they were too ashamed of it, so they tried to salvage the situation as best they could. To save money, the director thought it was a good idea to show him step 1 foot forward and then 2 steps back into the darkness. And I swear the monster does that like 10 times during the second half of the movie. I never got a clear shot of the monster's face, which is all the more disappointing. That being said, looking at how they drew the creature on the poster, sorry, maybe it's better they did keep him away from the light. This did surpass my expectations on one level. It wasn't filmed on a soundstage, like most of those cheesy B-movies where the plot takes place in an exotic location. although not actually filmed in the Himalayas, because they were light years away from being able to afford such an excursion. This was filmed in California, and a lot of fake snow was used.
It's not the most cheerful place in the world.
Although Sherpas are supposed to be Tibetan or Nepalese, most of the actors were actually of Japanese background and spoke that language in the film. Kinda had us fooled there, even I fell for it. The Yeti is always shown in the form of a tall figure, and the guy who wore the costume was Loch Martin, a man known for his tall height and who played Gort in The Day the Earth Stood Still. He also played one of the green aliens in Invaders from Mars. Overall, the snow creature is a terribly, unbelievably lazy, uninteresting, and horribly boring attempt at shining a light on the great Himalayan cousin of Bigfoot. It's fascinating to see the director was still able to get some work after releasing such filth. What an awful movie!